urging the authorities to stay focused on reaching the truth. Here's our special correspondent, Kurt Barling.
From the day after the shooting of Mark Duggan, his family has voiced its concerns publicly to try and get answers. Today, they say they're uneasy about the allegations of errors in the IPCC investigation thus far, which have led to the breakdown of the community reference group, set up to broker trust between community and investigators.
Let's just see how much justice we can get from this. We're not trying to be naive at all. We basically just want to be heard and the trial to go in a correct manner, and the IPCC to do the correct job. If they're not the people for the job, then we would ask that they're replaced and somebody with the stature and the ability can take over that investigation and come to the right conclusion.
Yesterday, the local MP, David Lammy, asked the Home Secretary to intervene. Now, the chair of the powerful Home Affairs Select Committee says holding the IPCC to account is urgent business.
If this inquiry is dogged with problems from the very beginning, and we were less than impressed with the evidence that we received from the IPCC when they came before the committee as part of our inquiry into the riots that occurred in August, I'm quite convinced that we need to look at whether or not another independent forum may be more appropriate. The worst possible end to all this is if we get a botched inquiry and everyone, all the stakeholders, are totally dissatisfied with what has happened.
The latest revelations have not deflected Mr. Duggan's family from wanting the authorities to justify their actions.
We just want the truth. It's hard enough to put our brother's memory to rest with all this up in the air. The truth will help. Whether he was in the right, whether he was in the wrong, let's find out the truth.
The questions being raised by the Mark Duggan investigation means that the independence and leadership of the IPCC are now key issues being raised by Parliament itself. Kurt Barling, BBC London News.
For a decade,